Well, this is interesting. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Well, audio confirmation confirmed. And I see I have two cameras running right now, so I have to figure out what's going on there. Okay, that's the one without the ability to take away the green screen. This is the one that does take away the green screen by utilizing the green screen. So let me go get rid of that one real quick. There we go. That takes care of that. All right. Good morning, afternoon, evening, one of the two, to all of everyone out here. Now, I am trying something new today. I did go ahead and I brought in this. I'm just going to see what it looks like. And we'll see if I like it or not. I actually have it set up wrong. I have my specific way I like to do it. When we mute, you're close. Very close. Alexander Bailey Cheek is ABC. He's only explained that to us 18 times. So let's just jump right into this. I'm going to bring up the one I was working with yesterday, Masking 101. Double clicking on it. And I'm going to first of all show you something I discovered kind of interesting yesterday. I didn't discover it, it kind of came back in my gray cell, my memory bank, if you will. So let's say you have an awful lot of stuff on your timeline here in the edit page. And if you go to render this, it's going to render from A to B, or more importantly, and big words, English, it'll start from the in and the out. You can change that a couple different ways. You can grab this little dot and move it back like this, or you can come up here. Let's say you want to start it right here. You can hit the letter I, and let's say you want to stop it right there. You can hit the letter O, and you have your in and out points. Now when you go to render this, when you jump over to the render page or the deliver page, it's got about 10 different names. It will only render out that point, or those 2 points, the in point and the out point. And as you can see, it matches the edit page. None of this is here. Now if you were to get in here and say, oh wait, I do want to go ahead and get this whole thing, I believe you can grab this point right here. Yeah, you can still do that. Or you can bring it back, and I don't know if you can change by coming out here and hitting the O. You can move the playhead back to where you want, press the letter O, and that does that. Now, I'm not going to render this because I'm just explaining to you, you got the in and out points. All right, so yesterday I demonstrated the ability to use the magic mask in Fusion to get Mrs. K and I here, that we move back down here, or I move back down here into this corner. And I'm going to go ahead and shortcut that with the letter O. And then when I play it,
go ahead.
I don't necessarily need the audio, so I'm going to mute the audio. It was good up until about right in this point right there, and then that shows up like that. So I've got to figure out why that's doing that. I haven't decided yet. Now, I messed around with this quite a lot last night trying to figure it out. In fact, I believe, yeah, that's just that image right there. I'm not sure why. I'm thinking it has something to do with the way that it's masked, but I'm not 100% sure. What I want to do now, do we get a cheat sheet for the test? I need a cheat sheet for the test. So what I want to do now is I actually want to take the video, and I don't need the audio track, so I'm just going to go ahead and delete it. And then I'm going to grab these two right here, move them out of the way and see what they are. Yeah, that's the other thing. You can see, you see a difference here in this one is the main picture, and then we're down there, and that one has got the blackness gone away. And I'm really trying to remember how to do this on my own without going and researching how to do it. So what I want to do today is I'm going to grab the video. I think this is the video. And I'm going to press my Alt key, and I'm going to drag this over here, and I'm going to scrub through there. That is the video. Cool. So now with that one highlighted, I'm going to go down to the Fusion tab, and since I've already got it done, that won't work. So what I'm going to do is go back here. I'm going to delete that. I'm going to go grab said video again, bring it down here, and then delete the audio because I don't need the audio just yet. And now I've got that. Now when I open this in Fusion, there will be no magic mask because it's the raw original video. I have a debacle. Can I connect to any PC? I'm not sure you want me connecting or Alex connecting to your computer, John. Be more than glad to help, though. I did see Rick Lake's. Oh, before I forget, too, I want to give a big shout out to Tony Wallow and hope that he's feeling better today and hope things are going better for him and maybe he's getting his vision back. Tony, hang in there. We miss you. We're looking forward to when you can come back. But we also want you to take your time and get yourself healed. Don't rush back just to be here, if that makes any sense or not. So I just glanced up and both cameras are still running. All I did was I disabled the other camera that put me behind me. So let's move on. So back over here to DaVinci, I'm going to highlight the media one, which is this, and I'm going to hit shift space. I'm going to type in the word multi, get to the MUL, but that's not what I want. I want the magic, M-A-G, mask right here, magic mask. Highlight it and add. And that's going to put it in the pipeline right there. And then if I put this over here, then it's still the same thing. Now, as I showed yesterday, you have stroke mode is add, subtract, or select. I'm going to subtract this time around, and I'll explain to you why. So I'm just going to draw me a line there, draw me a line there. I think that one's redundant, though. I'm thinking, in all seriousness, don't you guys love it when I use them big words? Alex Bates cheek. Hello, Rick. John Williams says, Tony, get well, please. Yes, Tony, we are all praying. You are in our thoughts. We believe me when I tell you, Mrs. K and I wish we were closer or take another week's vacation, which I voted for the week's vacation. I think I lost that, though. So anyway, I'm going to go back to this, and I'm not saying it. I sincerely mean I would love to take another week off and just come out there and anything you need to have done, be there to help you out. You have helped my channel out and my community out, our community out so much. So let's get back into this. Magic mask. I'm going to go subtract, and I'm going to draw a line there. That takes care of taking out the background. So me drawing this line here and this line here and putting this line in there and then this line in there and then this line in there and then, you know, that is absolutely not solving anything because it's already done. So let's get rid of all that nonsense. Okay, now for real, I'm going to do it for real there. Live Windows, I saw the chat at the end of my stream with the bot comments from Winter Mutant Ken for the new gimmick next time. Hello, Doug. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate it. It's good to see you here. Good. I wanted to put another comment in your show, but I didn't get around to it. I wanted to welcome you back and thank you for being here and hope that you are feeling better with your migraines. I have a solution for your migraines, and I'll email you about that. So back to this. Let's go ahead and draw the single line there. It gets rid of that. Now let's come over here to the stroke mode and add the stroke mode. And guess where I'm at? Right there. Okay, that was a pretty good guess. That got everything that's needed for demonstrative purposes. No, not really. So let's go ahead and bring in the rest of my arm. And then let's try to get my knee right here. The Drifter PH. Good to see you, my friend. I came to the realization the other night that with summertime being here and outside work to be done, I cannot go to some of the live streams that I used to go to as much as I used to go to them. And I really would like to figure out a way to actually get back to going to live streams again. I got to get me yet another camera and put it somewhere else. Anyway, so now I've got this masked out. I think this looks okay. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm right here at frame 894. So I have to go forwards and backwards, which is this tab right here. So I'm going to go ahead and press that so it will render this out. It will go through there and get this whole video. So we will see how it goes. Now, this is, I think, maybe going to work, but I'm not 100% sure. I've got to do some adjustments, obviously, on this because as you can see, it looks horrible. It doesn't look as good and refined as it does on my nightly live stream, and that's because that's been adjusted and everything else. So the timing's been adjusted, the size has been adjusted, the background's been adjusted, whereas here it has not. I'm also still contemplating SpeakerBot. And yes, I understand and I realize what a mess that will be. But I am considering doing it. I probably will have to reach out for help with that and go from there. Lately, I've been asking a lot of help from OneFish26 on OBS, and I'm learning things with that. I did find a set of green clocks that we were talking about yesterday. Those of you that were on Zoom yesterday knew. No, he wrote English. Man, I give up. So here's the pop-out chat that I'm using right here. Hopefully that will show up. There it is. And all I do is I go pick one up. I pick something up. So let's just pick on Doug here. I click on it. It highlights it, and it'll put it in the place where it's currently scheduled to be. Now, Doug's looks pretty good, actually. So the problem I have is the way I've got my camera set up, I kind of have to either turn my head or out of my peripheral, I can see a comment, but then to make it highlighted, I have to go highlight it. Man, this is taking forever to track this. And then it's got to go all the way back to the beginning. And it should do it all at one time. Rick, if you're still here, let me know in chat. I do have some information for you regarding Davinci. And don't ever be afraid to reach out at all. I honestly don't care day, night, middle of the night. I mean, with the way we and when I say we, I mean Mrs. K. She works overnight, so as much as I try to get a decent night's sleep, it never happens. I am fortunate if I get 3 hours of sleep overnight while she's at work. I'm relishing that. So trust me, the phone is on all the time. Most of the time, I'm sitting right here doing something on this computer. So don't worry about that. And there is no question, unless I ask it, that is too dumb or too silly or too stupid. What's that old saying? There is no such thing as a stupid question. Well, they didn't anticipate me coming into the world, because had they anticipated me coming into the world, they might not have phrased that way. I have not watched it yet, Rick, but I'm going to watch it. I've got it queued up, ready to go. An indecent night's sleep. Again, this is somewhat family friendly. I mean, maybe because it's an editing program. Yes, Jeff. I have to plead the Fifth Amendment on that. you know, the Fifth Amendment. No, I'm not going to go down that road. So hopefully this hurries. You know, there may not be a live stream tonight. I may get all of my Englishes out today, and I'll just be all out of Englishes and not be able to do any streaming. So, okay, Rick says he is here. Chris says the only stupid question is a question not asked. I agree with that, Chris. I do agree with that. I mean, sometimes it seems like you're asking the wrong person your question, but I do agree with that. So, the things I showed you last night on Zoom, unfortunately, my friend, are from the studio version. They are not available in the free version to the public. It is a studio version function only. And I believe Wintermute actually pointed that out last night. I did go verify that, and I'm sorry. It's not really helping me out right now with my tracking, no. And there is yet still one more setting that I cannot remember how to set, where I can, this is using software right now, so that's why it's taking so long. Once I remember how to set it and use the hardware, this right here would have been done a long time ago. And by a long time ago, I mean probably within 30 seconds or so. I watched a video on a guy that was showing the different settings and how long it takes to render. He rendered the project out with one set of settings, and it took nearly 4 minutes. He made one slight change, rendered the same project out, and it took 1 minute 18 seconds. It was amazing. It really, now you can see it's going backwards now. It's about 60 frames or so. So this will be done pretty quick. What I missed with John? Should we switch from English to Tagalog? Well, I don't know. My wife's from Vietnam, so I'm not sure if I know Tagalog or not. I don't know Vietnamese either, so Ringlish, there you go. I see it now. There you go. Ringlish. You know, I'm probably going to start getting a lot of bad comments for the inside jokes that all of us understand. And that appears to be done. Yes. So now let's go see if my theory is correct. I'm going to go back to the edit page. And daggone if it's not. I was hoping it'd get rid of this black nonsense right here, but it did not. Now it should be good to go. I'm just going to scrub through it because, ooh, that looks terrible. I did not like some of what I just saw right there. All right. Now if I change that and cut it off about right there, I got to go re-render this whole thing. It is such a pain in the neck to do. But what I really want to figure out how to do, and I know how to do this. I mean, clearly, I know how to take an image or a video and put an image or a video in front of the image or the video. I've done it right here. But that was yesterday. I've slept since then, and I can't remember how to do it. So theoretically, if I want to put this video above an image, I would put that there, and then I would go grab the image from somewhere. Everything goes into thumbnails nowadays, by the way. Everything. Everything goes into thumbnails. It's just so much easier for me to remember where, what, and how. So if I put it above it, it takes precedence because it's above it. I'm going to go ahead and stretch this out to full screen right there. Now I'm going to bring this down here. Oh, look! It may have worked. It may have actually doggone worked. You don't have to, but I close the media pool because I like to have the full screen to myself. I'm selfish in that respect. So let's hit play. It's a mini Doug. John Williams says, try. Yes, and 100% agree with that statement as well. So I'm going to hit play. Now, I would obviously have to go find the appropriate video for this to be on or something along this nature. But I just wanted to see if it could be done. And now, obviously, when it gets to the point of when the image above it, or below it rather, I'm sorry, goes away, it's going to be a black screen. Now, I do believe if I grab the handlebars right here, or the edge, or whatever you want to call it, or I can do it this way. I can click on this, I can right click, I can get the exact duration by looking up here and see that it's 34, well, it's not 34 seconds in length. It's more like 15. Okay, now I know it's 15 because it's my default setting for my right click, change click duration. Oh, maybe it is. So let's just change this to 35 seconds. It's easier instead of trying to get the 34 and 18 frames in there. So we're going to change it. And that's pretty doggone close. So now we're going to start it from here. And it should be good to go because all we did is we took that image and we expanded the length of time that it's going to play. And that looks like it's going to work. AJ, a minikin might be better than minikins. Well, you know what? I think, now let's explore that real quick. Let's go back here to the beginning. If we take this image right here and we come up here to the zoom and we shrink, oh, that's the wrong one. Let's get on the right one. And we shrink this down. And let's go ahead and just really mess it up. Let's move it over here. And then let's move it down a little bit. So that now we have a minikin and it's moved from the center to the whatever, the other side. I think and I suspect when I play this, that's going to play for one frame only. Place your bets now. I'll be doggone if it's not going to work. Okay, that's good. Then, you know, this is one of those rare times where I was wrong. Because last night, it would only play one frame and one frame only. So I like that. Now, what if... Oh, see, now there's a problem. Oh, I know why that is. Because that's the edge of the frame of the camera shot. That's why that distinct line is right here. All right, I am going to try something else. We're going to take this, and I know this won't work. I'm going to press the Alt key, and we'll bring this up here. Then I'm going to, on the second one that I just highlighted, I'm going to move it. Okay. Yep, there it is. So if I take this away, we're good. If I bring this one in here, it's not, because it's a, you would think because it's an exact copy that it would work. You would think it would still be mashed out like that one. It is not. Hello, Darren. Chris Garrett says my lunch was good from Longhorn. It was delivered by Mom Dash. That sounds good. All right, so how do I, without going in there and redoing this, if I click on that and go to the Fusion page, is that going to be, yes it is, and then we have to do the same thing, go to the magic mask, I'm going to subtract, I'm going to take this away, I'm going to go to add, and I'm just going to go like this, and that's not what I want, it was me trying to be funny too much. Go here, go here, go here, go here, hey! Let's go with that. Let's go with that. We're at the beginning. I'm going to go ahead and track this forward. And again, now I don't know why there's a keyframe at 88 or 87 or 90. There's a keyframe right there, and I'm not sure why, unless it's the keyframe that carried over when I moved it. But we'll find out here shortly. Hello, Darren. Darren says hello. Good to see Darren. I hope Darren's doing better as well. Going back to a comment I made earlier today, I do have to cut my grass today and trim the lawn, trim the edges and the weeds and all that, because it's just almost to the point where I've got to call Greg Guy and have him come over here and help me. And if I do that, he's going to want to stain the neighbor's fences, and he can clean the carpets, though. Our carpets probably do need to be cleaned. I'd let him accomplish that. Then I'd take him to White Castle for the delicacy of White Castles. I do have a Big Bertha golf club, actually. It's one my son gave me a few years back. Unfortunately, I received it with the top half of the shaft being broken, and I can never get a straight answer out of him as to. Now that's interesting that I only mashed half of me, but it's getting the whole thing. I just now saw that it's getting the whole thing. Interesting. The club he gave me, the Big Bertha, is illegal. It's got too big of a club head on it. I mean, he told me that's how it came. But playing amateur golf, no one's going to question it. You can't play in tournaments or anything like that. And I did Google the American Family. That's on the Seniors Tour. Got a really good purse of $2.4 million. Wow. Would I love to qualify and get that? And it's a no-cut tournament, which means if I could qualify for it, I could play all 4 days or 3 days. Seniors Tournament is 3 days. And it's June 7th, June 8th, and June 9th. Well, unfortunately, June 7th, there are plans. June 8th and June 9th, Mrs. K is working, so I don't think her work is going to allow her to not come to work because we're up in Wisconsin playing in a golf tournament that I have no business playing in. It would be fun. I mean, I would probably enjoy it. I mean, maybe have to change the way I play. Probably a few rules that I would not be aware of that I would break. I try to play well within the rules that I know and I've looked up and understand. And basically for Jake and I, that's the lake, the woods, and the lie. Not the lie of, oh, I shot a 2 when you actually shot a 6. The lie meaning where the ball lies on the ground and when you get relief, free relief, not being penalized, but free relief on the lie of the ball, or the trees are in your way on your backswing. There's all kind of really silly rules. Here's one that happened the other day that I didn't tell anybody about, and I won't get into a lot of golf. I'm just killing time while this thing tracks out. I chipped off the green onto the green. The ball rolled toward the hole, past the hole, and hit Jake's golf ball. Okay, moving it from its original spot, and my ball went elsewhere as well. Now, I not Googled this rule yet, but Jake and I both agreed he gets to put his ball back in the approximate place that it was because he had not marked it, and I have to play my ball from where it ended up being. So if you think about that a second, if my ball would have hit his ball and ricocheted back toward the hole, that would have been an advantage for me. Or even if it went in the hole, then that stroke would count. And it's a disadvantage for him because we don't know exactly where his ball was at because he forgot to mark it. John said, this is the last year for the AM Family Golf Tournament. It will be at TPC. That course, I Googled it last night and shared it with the Zoom homies. I would love to play that course. It would eat me alive, I'm going to tell you right now. It doesn't have enough dog legs back to the right. It had a couple, but not enough. And it was just an absolutely gorgeous, fantastic course. All right, this appears to be done, so let's go back to the edit page and bring this back over here. There we go. There we go. Just that one slight little move to the right. Now we have Dancing Kens. Now, for some reason, did it not track? Oh, was I not at the beginning? I'm guessing. Now, okay. I kind of like this. This just kind of got some potential. I have half a Ken. Now, wait a minute. There. Yeah, so I did miss some frames. Interesting. I guess one needs to pay attention and not be talking about golf when you're doing masking out and trying to be cute and funny. So that's cool. That right there is so cool. So I'm going to wrap this up with, I got to change that, but I'm afraid to change it. I really am. I've got to change that. I'm going to go frame by frame. And I'm going to stop that about right there. Now I'm going to stop that right there by adding a bookmark. And it did not add. See here, there's some weird things going on with me and Davinci. Oh yeah, I could imagine there are a lot of celebrities, one of which would not be me. So I need to be at the 1 minute, 12 second, 22 frame mark, or I can just come down here and highlight these two, and then bring them back to here, and then go back to the beginning. Now why is that not? Oh, because now here's another thing that bugged me for a while. This will scrub, but the out point reverted back to there. So I'm going to bring my out point over to here, and then I'm going to hit play, go back a frame or two for a black screen. I'm curious. I'm thinking in the past it's always not worked. I get rid of that later. No half a Ken. It seemed to be working so far better than I thought it would. Cool. I've actually learned something today. I hope this has been helpful, and I sure hope that you guys are hopeful for me. And okay, that works really good. I got a little couple maybe adjustments to make. So Tasman Coins, hello Tasman Coins. I haven't seen you in a while, and I apologize for not being on any of your streams. Summertime is here, and there's yard work to be done, and flowers to be planted, and houses to be washed, and or our house anyway. And I was told a while ago I will be golfing on Thursday. I will be golfing on Thursday. My boss, Mrs. K, told me you are golfing on Thursday. So I guess I'm going to golf on Thursday. I don't know what the weather is. I sure hope it's not raining because I am golfing on Thursday. I want to thank everybody for being here. I appreciate it. I realize Davinci Resolve is not everybody's cup of tea. I could literally do this 2, 3, 4 hours at a time because I enjoy getting in here and exploring new things and trying to see what I can accomplish. I'm not near as good as some of the people I watch on YouTube, but I like doing what I do. I like showing people what I do, and in some cases I've actually helped a couple people out, and I do enjoy that as well. So I'll tell you what I need to learn now. I need to learn how to put on the videos, and I don't think you can do it on live videos, but I need to put when people go, if you look right up here in this corner and something pops up and it's got something, or if you look right down here and it's the same thing. I know it can be done. I know it's a YouTube function, I believe, but I don't think it's a live streaming function. I think it's an upload function. Long Dog's here. He says, I've been here. Uh-oh. Oh my goodness, a total knee replacement. I had my knee operated on one time back in the 90s, and I cannot even put the words how I wish things go, and I hope things go well for you. It wasn't a replacement. It was a minor surgery, but that minor surgery was enough for me. My goodness. Long Dog says he's been here. He's been here listening. He left the E out of listening. I am so turning into that. Anyway, as I was saying, I would really like to learn how to do that, and maybe I'll take the time to go figure out. I'll go find it on YouTube or something somewhere. One last thing I want to do before I go is I want to change this photo out right here, and it theoretically should work on anything I put in there. I'm going to go back to Davinci. I'm going to go to my data. I'm going to go down to... Now let's see what happens if I bring in another video. I'm going to open that. And then I'm going to drag this down for now right there. I'm going to delete the audio. Well, I'll leave the audio in. But what I want to do is I want to close the media pool now. And I need to take these ones right here and move them out of my way. So those are highlighted. We're going to move them out of the way. Because if I don't, if I leave those where they're at and I drag this down, these go away because that's going to take precedent over what's going on. So I'm going to off click. I'm going to bring this back down. I'll actually make it a little bit bigger. Now I'm going to, there's that in and out point thing again. I'm going to drag this down underneath that. Then I'm going to take this out a little bit like that. I'm going to hit play.
Hello everybody.
I'll clean that up.
Welcome to the new YouTube channel.
So you can see where you could probably, if you have a good imagination and talent, you can see where you could do something like this and really have fun. I could maybe minimize one of the Kens, even though I like them side by side like that, which was strictly by accident. You could minimize one of the Kens and put them over here on whatever this is, or put them back here on the butter dish, or put one back here on the table. Doug, I'm figuring this out. Slowly but surely. I'm your last hope, and stop calling me Shirley. Anyone knows the name of that movie, put it in chat. All right, let me look at chat real quick. Long Dog says, more importantly, I've been absorbing information on how this program works. I'm glad you have, because I'm still figuring it out. Darren says, same here. With the German version of here. Just messing with you, Darren, just messing with you. Twin Kens, double the trouble. Oh, look at that. Well, Wintermute, it's a given. I should say, if you know the name of that movie and your name is not Wintermute, put it in chat, because I know. Chris Garrett says Laverne and Shirley. Alice, Airplane. Yes, Airplane. Does anyone remember the actor that said the line? Wintermute will have this within a matter of seconds. We'll wait for an answer, and then I am going to wrap this. So you can see where this could be really helpful. I really could have some fun with this, and intend to have some fun with this. If I'm talented enough, I could take a little mini Ken. What the heck? Where'd it go? Oh, I could take a little mini Ken and put him walking across from the microwave handle off the screen. I gotta go. I will see everybody tonight. I do not have a redirect because I do not. Well, there's an interesting thought. Can I redirect my stream to my stream tonight? I'm gonna have to look into that. Anyway, good night. Good night. Oh, good Lord. Somebody, please, please, please. Maybe things change on Friday. I don't know. We will see. Thank you, everyone that's been here. Oh, good God. Thanks, everybody on YouTube for being here. Thanks, everyone, for your chat comments. I appreciate them. I haven't said this in a long time, but if you like what you see, please hit the like button. If you don't like what you see, go ahead and hit that dislike button, because to YouTube, it's the same button. It's interaction. They see the like. That's a good thing. They see the dislike. That's a bad thing because it's a dislike. But YouTube sees it as interaction. Thank you. I'll see everybody at 10 p.m. Indiana time tonight. Bye for now. Okay, where's the Doug button at? One of these buttons. Oh, shoot. I got my Stream Deck set up wrong. Oh, no.